Hey everybody, it's John again, and today I'm going to take a look at the Friday the 13th Part 6 Jason Lives from NECA Toys. And you may have seen some of the other videos that I've done where I've taken a look at some of the other Jasons. This is Part 6, and it comes in this cool box that kind of is a throwback to the VHS boxes that they used to have in the old days. On the back we have a little bit of the storyline, where this is Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. As a child, Tommy Jarvis did what many others died trying to do. He killed Jason Voorhees, the mass murderer who terrorized the residents of Crystal Lake. Years later, tormented by the fear that maybe Jason really isn't dead, Tommy and a friend make a fateful trip to Jason's grave. And if you haven't seen the movie, it's pretty entertaining. They dig up Jason to make sure that he's still in his grave. And Tommy has a little fit and grabs a piece of the cemetery gate and starts spearing it into Jason to make sure he's dead for his own peace of mind. And of course, a thunderstorm rolls through and a lightning bolt hits Jason and he becomes Frankenstein and comes back to life once again to torment and murder. So this is when we officially get our undead zombie-esque Jason. And in the package here you can see he has his mask, the piece of the gate, very cool Jason's headstone, and knife, his machete, and an alternative hand, I believe, to hold that item. And of course, on the side here we have the little photo shot of what the figure looks like. And these are really nice packages that NECA was doing. Now this figure has just been re-released, I believe, by them, so you can still pick him up. He was kind of the harder to get of the Jasons that are out right now until they did just do a re-release, which was very nice of them, so everybody who didn't get it can pick it up still. And give me a moment here and I'll take him out and we'll take a closer look. Alright, here we have Jason outside of the package. And right off the bat, he's really loose in his midsection torso area. Let's get a quick look here. A closer look at his face. As you can see, they put a ton of detail in there. You can see the part of his skull above his eye showing. His mouth has his teeth and his nose eaten away. He has a pretty good amount of detail in his eye. His other eye's missing. There's his ears. He's got a piece of skull hanging out right there. His clothing has a little bit of blood spatters, lots of tatters and holes where he got punctured, which is kind of a cool touch. He has his utility belt for fighting crime. He has his blood-speckled pants. I like the phrase that they got at the bottom, which is a nice touch. He's got his yellowed gloves. His skin's all brown and wasted away. So the details on him, of course, are really, really nice. But man, he's kind of like a bobblehead, which is a little strange. But he's got articulation in his neck that goes back and forth. No real up or down movement. You can raise his arms up to about there. And he does have an elbow bend and rotations at the wrists. He has a little bit of rotation at the shoulder as well as being hinged. He can swivel at his waist, but like I said, mine's really, really loose. He does have a little bit of hip articulation. And his leg kicks forward a little bit, back a little bit. He does have a bend in his knee as well as a swivel. And his feet do swivel a little bit as well. So he's your standard NECA articulated figure. Not a ton of articulation, but enough to do what you need to do with this figure. And he does come with a ton of accessories, though. He has his little knife here. which can slide into either one of his hands pretty easily. And cooler part, of course, is that he's got a sheath that you can put it in the right direction. It's a serrated blade. And see if it'll fit all the way in or not. There. So he has his knife in its correct place, and it definitely is wobbly. He's a little dark, but... And we have his machete. Of course, you can't have a Jason without a machete, and it fits in the alternate hand. So if you want to use that hand, that's the one you can switch it out with. Mine's got a little bit of paint chipping, but not too bad. I like the handle. And I'm just going to put it in its sheath as well. So I am probably going to display him with this piece of the cemetery gate. And then there, like I said, there is the very cool Jason Voorhees tombstone. And you can't have a Jason without his hockey mask. This one, as you can see, the eyes are not open. That's how they looked in the movie. They're just solid black. And the strap is a little weird, but let's see how it fits. It's pretty good. It's weird though, he always seems to be, well, looking down, I was going to say, but he decided he wants to stand straight now, so never mind, I'm a little wrong. And then you have the two parts that make up the piece of the grave gate, which you can have him hold. Let's see what would be the best pose to have him hold this thing in. Kind of like the one that they had on the back of the box where he's holding it like so. So let's see if we can duplicate that. So it comes in two pieces so that you can slide it into one hand. You should be able to slide it through the other. So they get stopped at that point, which it really needs to be able to. There it goes. Just takes a little bit more work. And he's probably never gonna let go now. And this one needs to come up just a little bit more. Wonder, well, can get him to attach. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's see, it should be up a little bit higher. Not quite as menacing. I think it needs to come up more on this side, so I'll have to play with that a little bit more to see if I can get this to come through this hand a little bit more. Maybe it'll, let me try the other hand. Maybe it'll just, I know it's a knife holding hand, but maybe it's got a slightly wider grip. Nope, it won't move through either. So it's going to be working with this hand. What if we take it off? Here's his little stump. Now maybe if I can put enough pressure on it. That's about as far as it wants to go. No, there we go. There. So he can push it through. It's a little bit of a work in progress to get him to hold his weapon the way you want him to, but I think you can get it there. They don't go completely seamless, but I think that's a little bit better. He's got a little bit of details on his belt on the back side. As you can see, he's got the metal spikes there. His pants, or this crotch piece on the front looks okay, but on the back you can tell it's definitely two-toned, which is a little bit weird. And again, he's really floppy in his hip area. But overall, he's a pretty good representation of Part 6 Jason. And then he has his fellow buddies now, as we've got our 8-bit Jason. And our Part 3 Jason. So now we almost, and I know I believe part 5, no, part 4 Jason's out as well, which I'll be doing a review of pretty soon. And it looks like they're, who knows what, I would love to get a, of course part 7 Jason would be awesome, Jason X would be cool. Hope they continue, but I know they're probably trying to get as much money out of this mold as they can with just a few adjustments, different heads and weapons. You can pull off many Jasons. I do like the grip hand on this one, but it would have been cool if he would have had one more hand. But anyway, that is the Part 6 Jason. And if anybody, well, let me know, which is your favorite of all the Friday the 13th movies? It's not really a hard pick. It's one of my favorite franchises from when I was a kid. I used to sit and watch the marathons that they did on HBO, including when they first showed Jason Lives. I stayed up all night and watched 1 through 5 and 6. They ran all together. Ooh, we got 3 tipping over. First one's still one of my favorites. 6 is always pretty fun just because of the fact that he gets to come back to life again. I don't know. They're pretty good. I don't know. Jason Goes to Hell I thought was kind of boring. Of course, it was supposed to even be Friday the 13th versus the Evil Dead, but it didn't pan out very well. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all those wonderful things, and thanks for watching. I just want to say thank you one more time for checking out this video. And if you're interested in seeing any more, you can click either one of the links that will be over here. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there'll be a button down below where you can do that as well. And again, thank you.